Well, as promised, here we're about to have our little dueling event between our red wood-grained combo pen pencil combo, I guess it's called, with its, this one has the slight, we'll call it a genetic malfunction, where this doesn't want to stay on the back. And again, it might be that this is hitting the back of the cap or something. Something's causing it not to want to stay. And this one, which already has its fencing scar, has a little chip off its top of its head there. But the pens now have their sacks and their pressure bars, and even lead has been added to it. Now, lead these days is manufactured quite a bit thinner than lead back in the olden times was, and so consequently, sometimes you need to search high and low to find lead that will stay. Oftentimes it's just friction between the little hole that the lead goes through. Sometimes there's little grippers that hold onto the lead, but more likely than not it's just a stick that's pushing this thing through the little hole that's advancing the lead. But anyway, so both of these work, as you can see, that one and this one, they work as pencils, and they both work as pens because I fixed them. I fixed it all by myself. Now, okay, I said I fixed it all by myself. What's going on with this one? This is the one that has the slight damage to the nib. It looks like the nib had been bent and tweaked and rebent and retweaked, and I didn't do any of that. I haven't tweaked or unbent the nib. I sometimes do that when I get a pen that like this one has some damage, and I will try to fix it. More likely than not, if it's just cosmetic, I will not try to fix it, because anytime you try to fix anything, there's always a chance that it's going to break. This thing was built in 1923 or something, and that's pretty old, and things get brittle, and there's always a chance of breaking it. So if it works, I keep it the way it is. If it doesn't work, I try to fix it. And if it's only cosmetic, I don't try to fuss with it. What I did just now is I did push this nib back a little bit further, which I think is what it needed. So, are we ready to watch the game here? This nib is starts off slightly wider. It's a little softer. This nib is thinner at the start and a little bit firmer, but this one is a little smoother. So I'm not sure yet who's going to win this little dueling thing. I think I'm going to let chance decide. I'll let my drawing speak for itself. Yep, so there we go. Oh dear, this is going to be difficult. I'm not ambidextrous, so I'm going to draw one fencer, start with this one, and I don't even know how fencers work. hold a thing. That's how I have them holding a thing. So there's one fencer. Let's see what this one's going to do. See, now, you know, this doesn't fit on, so this is gonna be bothering me. And this may decide already in my mind who's going to win, just because of this cap. So what's happening, I'm drawing with this now, and the cap is moving up and down on my, it's like eating an ear of corn when you're losing one of your teeth when you're a kid. You know, there's no joy in eating that corn when you've got that tooth about to fall off and down your throat and into your gut. It just feels funny, so I'm taking that off. Normally I do not do this. I keep the cap on the back of the pen so I don't lose it, for one thing, and so if I set it down it won't roll off my desk because the clip stops it from rolling. So now this is making me happy. Wasn't making me happy a minute ago, let me tell you. Oh, so now I'll draw the red one first. We're gonna lunge. That's not how you lunge. And one of the things that I have a problem with is I don't know how anatomy works. I have to look at a figure to understand how they work. I know how elbows and knees work, and clearly these knees are not working here. The knees are here. He's pigeon-toed at this point. Cartoonists, of which, see now, this is the other thing. When you have a pen-pencil combination, you have to remember what you're using. Am I using the pen or the pencil? And if you forget, of course, it's difficult. For those of you that have never drawn, well, there's a camera in between your eyeball and what you're drawing. You just try it out, and then you'll feel my pain. See, here's where that nib needs to be. I do have to fix this nib so it doesn't skip like that. To reset it, maybe rebend it. But cartoonists will be able to draw perfectly well a couple of figures fencing. Now, cartoonists, because they draw in a stylized way, they might have, much larger eyes than, and a big smile that, if this was a cadaver in a medical anatomy class, there's no way when you take the skin off and everything that jaw can actually exist on, or those eye sockets. The eyes are spheres, and here they're, how people draw big eyes next to each other on a cartoon. The eye is actually like this big. So, they have, it looks like, cell division or something. They would overlap each other, and that, they wouldn't work. Jaws, the teeth are way bigger than, it just, here's the skull of a cartoon figure. Somehow You know, that's what it would look like underneath. I forgot what I was trying to say. Oh, cartoonists, on the other hand, would draw the figure. Yes, the eyes would be too big, the mouth would be too big. Their limbs might be much longer than they are in real life. You know, the waist is up here and their legs are really long. And, so they'd have to, it would be impossible for this person to tie their shoe because their legs are too long or something. It's just because their arms aren't long enough. So it's just what you lose in a cartoonist's drawing of the human is realism, but what they do offer is a beautiful, elegant shape. They make the human much more beautiful than a real human actually is, because things are stylized, and curves are accentuated, and teeth are bigger, and they're always whiter. Their eyes are bright, and they're always bigger. What am I talking about? God damn it. Why can't I finish a thought? So, anyway, our fencers. I really do think, go back to the first drawing I did. I think that the winner, by only a little tiny bit, is going to be the black pen. So the black heart goes on the red dead guys. Here's his eyeballs, head, and the red heart will go on the red living heart will go on the guy that wins. Big smile, big toothy smile. And did I just make a mistake? Did I kill the wrong guy? Yes, I killed the wrong guy. This one died because of the problem. For me, the problem of drawing this cap is the problem. This really bothered me. And to repair this, I might have to either, maybe in my box of parts I have a cap that's just like this that will fit. Or I might have to do something, and again, I don't know what. See, it fits there. That's snug. It's not falling off. But when this is on there, it does fall off. And it really bothers me when I'm trying to draw with it and it's not tight. It's fine when I hold it like this. But I want to do other things with this hand when I'm drawing. I don't want to have to hold this. I sometimes want to hold the paper. Now I can do both. Yes, I can do both. These are all problems that are in the first world. But it's a problem nonetheless. This is a beautiful pen-pencil combo. This is a beautiful pen-pencil combo. I'm very happy with them both. Don't get me wrong, they make me smile. This one I will continue to play with and tweak this nib so that it won't skip on me. These are not great nibs. They're good for drawing. They're good for sketching. They're a little bit clumsy. This one is a little bit clumsy. This one, there's not the joy that a nib that is very good makes me feel. there's nothing wrong with this. This is like driving in my old Volvo station wagon. There was no joy in driving that car, but I loved that car because it worked. My present car does not work, even though it's much more fun to drive. This nib works much better. Now I could put this nib in that pen and have a great pen, and I could put this nib in this pen and have a pen that bothers me even more. But I'm going to keep them the way they are, because that's how they existed on this planet for the last 85 years or so, and I'm just going to suffer. So who won this thing? There we go. This guy won. No, this guy won. This one died. So sad.